Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, we are going to be talking about new products that I picked up during Black Friday sales. So essentially this is a high-end and luxury makeup haul. Thank you. Featuring products from the Black Friday sales. And you guys, I got some great deals on these and I'm so excited because with your help, I was able to get quite a few items that I've always had on my wish list. So if you guys want to see all of those items that I got from Black Friday sales, they are all finally in, except for one order, that is, and we'll talk about that, then just keep watching. The first item I want to talk about are actually the products that I got from Ysl. So Ysl Beauty, I did purchase these off of their Canadian website, and Ysl Beauty was doing a sale where I believe it was 25% off once you hit $150, I think, but you definitely had to hit a certain price point, and then it was 20% if it was under that. So still a great deal, and it came in a really nice gift box, you guys. I think this is so cute. So if you do end up buying from Ysl in the future, they do have a gift option for the box, so it's easy to just gift it to somebody else. You can put a bow on this and that's all you'd have to do. So really beautiful packaging with this. It says Yves Saint Laurent here, and then it's a magnetic closure like that. So really, really nice and sharp in my opinion. See what we got. I'm super excited. First thing in this box is a sample of their Libre perfume, and this is actually one that I've had mixed reviews on from you. A lot of you guys are like, well, this is pretty heavy of a fragrance, so maybe not something for me, and other people are really surprised by it. So, whew, it's actually a bit sweeter than I thought. It's actually kind of nice. The notes are orange blossom, lavender, and white musk. Yeah, that might actually be a perfume that I would actually purchase, to be honest, because I mean, I just destroyed the packaging here, but this is the perfume bottle and what it looks like. So it's stunning. This I'm very excited about that I got a sample of. The next thing I got, okay, this is actually a product that I've been meaning to restock in my collection. This is the Touche Eclat from Ysl. Now, when I did talk about the worst makeup of the year, I talked about the Charlotte Tilbury Miracle Brightening Duo and how I think that was her attempt at mimicking this type of product, which is essentially like a brightening under eye, you know, concealing type product, which Ysl Touche Eclat is loved by many and it is a best seller for sure. I think I heard that even Meghan Markle loves this one, and Meghan Markle to me is very classy. I think she's like amazing. So this is a restock of a favorite item. The shade that I got, what did I get here? 2.5. With this type of wand, you can see here, it has a brush applicator at the base, and you actually have to pump it for quite a bit to get the product moving. And that's just because, I mean, it's safety. They don't want like the product to explode in transport, but it does take a while to get it started. Okay, finally got it. It does goosh out the first little bit. So here you can see the concealer product on my hand here. This is gonna be a perfect under eye brightener, I think. I don't think it's too bright or too light for me. I think it's gonna be perfect. But let me know if you love this product too, because this one I've been missing in my collection for quite some time. All right, the next product I got from Ysl is, this is actually new for me. This is the Le Cushion Encre de Peau Luminous Matte Cushion Foundation. Now, the reason why I even grabbed this is because it's a luminous matte, not because it's just a flat matte or anything like that, because matte by itself isn't my favorite. So I like that it has that luminous quality, which makes me very excited. And this is the golden packaging it comes in. So as you can see, it says Yves Saint Laurent on the bottom, and then what shade did I get for this one? 15. Hopefully this is a good match, but you guys have to see the compact. The compact of this is beautiful. It actually has puffy quilts like their bags, like dead, honestly. I love this. I think this is so stinking beautiful. It just has that beautiful luxury quality. When you open it up, it does have a little puff inside that has Ysl there. You can see that. And you can just like slip this under your finger there to apply the product if you want. This is actually very interesting. It's very soft, but also has kind of like a silicone smoothness to it. So you can see the product is covered here with another seal. I'm going to try my best to get this off without spraying myself everywhere. here is the product underneath. If you guys have ever seen a cushion foundation, this is how they look. You do press on the cushion to get the product out. This is very, very beautiful though. Dead. Like, I can't even believe this. My luxury tastes are super pumped about this one. Dior is coming out with something sort of similar in the new year, and I'm really excited to grab that one too. So this is going to be very exciting. A cushion foundation is something that I tend to go for when I want something a little bit lighter. They tend to be more fluid-like and not super thick. So this I'm excited to test out, and I will let you know what I think. The last YSL item is actually one of the lipsticks. This is the Rouge Volupte Shine, I hope I said that right, Ready to Care and Shine lip color. This is in the shade 100 and is also known as Morning Nude Kiss. So let's see what this guy is, because YSL also kills it with lipstick packaging. You can see that. So beautiful. I love all of the intricate detail that this brand gives. I will say though, some products haven't been hits for me, and actually it's been a long time since I've tried any of their eyeshadows, but eyeshadow has never been a hit for me from YSL. So just so you guys know, I'm not a fan of everything. There are some amazing things I am a fan of. This is a really light balmy consistency. You can see that. It's a gorgeous pink, actually goes really well with my sweater. And this is going to be very wearable for a spring look very easily, but it's also a gorgeous cooler pink that I think is going to look amazing on so many. These are incredibly consistent, and this is yet another shade that is like that. I can already tell by just how the formula feels. These are amazing to buy if you want something luxurious to kind of display on your vanity, but something that's so easy to wear. You can just grab and go and put it on your lips and not worry about it. The next products I want to talk about are from the Beautylish Sale, and I did post about this Beautylish Sale on my community tab. So if you guys are subscribed to me, just make sure that you have your bell notifications on as well so you can get notified for upcoming sales and my picks. But I ended up picking up two things on my wish list from this sale, and both of them were 20% off, so that was awesome. Now I've been dying to review this powder from By Terry. This is the Hyaluronic Hydra-Powder. I feel like Mel is obsessed with this. I'm trying to remember for sure, but I feel like my friend Mel loves this powder. So I finally was able to grab it because it was 20% off, which was amazing, and By Terry is not carried at Sephora. So it was a great deal to grab this during that time. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder that is a colorless Hydra Care powder, and this is essentially a loose setting powder. Now you can see it's actually fairly white, like very, very white. That is the first thing I'm noticing, so very interesting. If you guys love this powder and you love it a certain way, as in baking or setting or under the eyes, whatever, please let me know down below how you use it best and how you love it best, so I can make sure that I test it through all angles for you. But the ingredients are fairly simple. It says it contains silica and sodium hyaluronate. That's it, 2 ingredients. Supposed to be fairly lightweight and beautiful at setting makeup, so let me know your thoughts. I am going to ever so carefully, oh okay, it's sealed, thank goodness. So this is sealed there by a sticker. I'm going to try my best to lift it up and not give myself, you know how that always happens when powder just starts shooting in your face. Ah, it's fairly sticky. It is popping up all over the place. I already have some powder kind of coming out. You can't see because the lights are gonna make that so white. No fragrance, so amazing. And I'm gonna put some on my hand. Ooh, feels very interesting. Very smoothing. I kind of like it. Like feeling it just in my hands, it's so lightweight, but it has kind of like a pseudo slip. It's not really like a slip, but it feels like it kind of does do that. Very, very interesting. Okay, very excited to test this one out. So let me know your thoughts on this one for sure, but so far I'm impressed. The last product I picked up from the Beautylish Sale is the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Quad, and this is actually in the Queen of Glow. I don't know how I haven't had this in my collection already. This has certainly slipped me because I heard a lot of you guys saying this formula of Fire Rose is similar to the Queen of Glow. And I'm like, really? Like, I don't have Queen of Glow. That's so strange. Like, how did that get by me? This is the Queen of Glow Luxury Palette from Charlotte Tilbury. Same outer packaging as all of her other luxury palettes that aren't in like like a holiday collection, for instance. And when you open it up, it's actually really beautiful. There are 3 shimmers and 1 matte. Apparently, this formula is just as smooth, or kind of like very similarly to Fire Rose. I know it's not going to be exactly like Fire Rose, of course not with like shades, but I know that this pop shade already is not as gold flaky as the Fire Rose one is. That one really has like some gold flakes, almost like some weight behind it. When you have Fire Rose, you'll kind of see what I'm saying, but it's very like gold flaky that you press down and just looks stunning and very like smooth, but it's a little bit heavier when you swatch it. This looks like it's a classic pop shade, but that's just upon first impression. Let's see how it swatches, because I do know how Fire Rose does. Okay, 1 swipe and I'm getting a ton of pigment. I'll show you in 1 second. So here is the Queen of Glow on my hand here. That purple was 2 swipes, but still very, very pigmented. What looks like some peachy golds, some peachy roses. Like, this is interesting. I'm really excited for it. So loving this already. You can see how it shines. So pretty. I'm hoping this will look great on brown eyes. We will see. Let me know if you have the Queen of Glow, especially if you have brown eyes. How does it look on you? I'm curious. All right, now I did mention in the intro of this video, there was one order that I still have not received from Black Friday events, and that was my order from the Mcgrath Labs website, where they had $12 lipsticks. Crazy, you guys. It was all sorts. It was Luxe Trance, Matte Trance, it was Blitz Trance. If you wanted the glosses, they were also marked down. The trio sets were marked down. It ends up being 12 American dollars per lipstick, but 17 Canadian dollars. Still an insane deal because it's crazy expensive how each of these are individually. $17 Canadian, normally 52. Like, insane. So I'm looking at the stock just to kind of make sure. I don't want to actually push the sale for you guys if it's not like in stock anymore, but there's still quite a few options here. So if you want to take a look at them and you want to try a Pat McGrath lipstick, by all means, it's fantastic. However, do note that I purchased them, at least a week or so ago now, and they still haven't shipped. They actually sent me an update saying that they are fully backlogged from this sale. So keep in mind, it's going to kind of go back to the Pat McGrath really, really slow shipping, just so you guys know. But anyways, let's talk about the Natasha Denona sale, which I did end up utilizing, and I have a bit of a story behind it also. Very interesting customer service experience, I will tell you that right now. This is the first time that I actually utilized her website instead of buying her products from Beautylish or Sephora, which is where I typically go. It was actually announced it was going to be like first thing in the morning, so I purposely got up and I was on that website and it crashed. And then it didn't post the sales until I think it was like noon or 1 p.m. that same day. The website was brought back after about 3 hours, but it didn't have any Black Friday deals. It just had the regular site, I guess. And then they finally posted the sale a couple hours after that. So already the experience was a little bit, you know, sloppy. I do think for such a big brand, she needs to have her website function a heck of a lot better. And the palettes that I ended up picking up, thanks to you guys, because last year you told me about this. This is the 28 pan palettes from Natasha. So you can see there's one here that is in a gorgeous bluey green reflective packaging. And this one is very white. So this is one that my lights will swallow basically, but this is the second 28 pan palette. Now she did have these on BOGO, which I was super excited about, but I had a bit of a journey to get to that point. So when she finally posted the Black Friday deals, these 2 palettes were not in the BOGO deal yet. She didn't post the BOGO deals at the same time as the first bit of sales. So that was really kind of unfortunate because people found the sale but didn't find the BOGO deals until after. So I was one of those people. I ended up buying both of these individually for 40% off, because if you didn't want both of them, you could just get one of them for 40% off. So I did that thinking, okay, I guess that's her best deal this year. But then like 3 hours later, a lot of you guys were like, it's on BOGO now. Like, seriously, that was so frustrating. So I ended up emailing them and saying, hey, like, can you honor this new price? Because you didn't post the BOGOs right away. I ended up buying them individually. Definitely my mistake, but I kind of assumed that that was all the sales that you were going to have. And they said, no, unfortunately, we can't do that. Okay, but they're like, we can try to cancel it and you can just order the BOGO. So I got an email saying it was canceled. So then I ordered the BOGO. But then I got another email saying, actually, it hasn't been canceled yet. So then I had the BOGO order plus my original order, and then I looked at my credit card and there were 3 charges, not just 2. So it was kind of a mess that way. But after all of that, everything is sorted out. They were able to cancel my order that I initially got, which was the 2 palettes individually, and they kept the BOGO one, thank goodness, and then the other charge was dropped also, so that is great. But it did not come very easily, and I will say that moving forward, next Black Friday, unless they improve their website astronomically, do expect some things to happen. Apparently last year it was even worse, so they're doing slow improvements, but it needs to be way, way better yet, so they have a long way to go. But this first one is the green brown palette. So this has a very plain packaging. Oh my goodness. This is gonna look like a white blob to you guys. Okay, let's just open it up. The shades are in a plastic slip that just came out of the package, so it's not attached. And then we have the classic mirror on the one side, and here are the shades here. So you guys, I am obsessed with this. This has been on my wish list for such a long time, but in Canadian dollars, I think they're like 305 each. You know me, I'm a luxury gal, but that was really hard to wrap my head around. Getting them BOGO feels a lot better. So one thing I will warn you guys though, Canadians, when they came, I got a customs charge of $75. So still the best deal that I have seen so far, but just note it's not going to be exactly BOGO. This was the adventure to these palettes. Certainly worth all the stress, I will be honest, because now I have them and everything is sorted out. The next one is the purple blue palette. So this has the exact same outer packaging, very white. You can see very, very faintly here, Natasha Denona kind of engraved in here. And then same mirror, this one is attached, interestingly. You can see that the slip is attached. And here's the color story here. Super, super beautiful. I do see myself more so using the purple side here, but when I do feel very excited about the blues, just to kind of dip into that. A lot of you guys really encouraged me to use a lot of blue, especially after my Wayne Goss review. I'm getting braver and braver all the time. I'll tell you that right now. Now, speaking of Pat McGrath, this is the last 2 products in my haul for my Black Friday haul. Like I said, my lipsticks will be coming, so when they do come, I'll share it in a separate haul in the future. But when Pat McGrath announced her Black Friday deals, she included her holiday stuff as well as her big Mothership palettes, and these, you guys, were insane deals because not only were the prices, I think they were like 40% off. If I'm trying to remember correctly, I'm gonna pull up my phone here and see, because I was able to get these for 50% off. No, wait, I think it was 30% off for site-wide, but then one of you guys shared a 20% off promo code that worked with it, like on top of it, which I don't think was supposed to happen. So I felt kind of bad because I was like, ooh, like that's probably not the best, but also if they're working collaboratively, I guess it's okay. So I got this palette for 50% off. This was also on my wish list. It arrived with this package looking like this. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Look at the top. It looks like someone dove into it and like just pulled out the Mothership palette out of it. I was so worried that something happened in transit, but luckily the shadows were perfect. Nothing happened to the palette underneath, because when this was open, I was like, oh no, everything's broken. Luckily, no. So this palette is the Mothership 2 Sublime palette. This has been on my wish list for a while. You guys know with Pat McGrath, especially these big Mothership palettes, they are pricey when she has a big event like this. Obviously, these sales make it much more beneficial to pick them up now. So this is the palette that I got. Sublime 2. You guys can see this is really, really stunning. When I tell you guys about this next thing that is coming down the pipe here, I know I have similar shades, except for the special shades. We know that they're very beautiful finishes and they're totally unique. I don't know, like I was like, do I splurge that kind of money on this because I don't know how many duplicate shades I have? But then when her sale came around, I was like, yeah, like let's go, let's do it. Totally going to get it. And I'm going to be testing this out for you thoroughly to make sure that it's actually worth it, like full price as well. But this was the palette that I got 50% off. If you follow me on Instagram at Jena Froese, please do if you haven't already, because we have a lot of fun there. But guess what came back in my collection? Who remembers this? This is Bronze Seduction, also in the packaging like how it was, with like it was open like this. That's how it arrived, you guys. It arrived very disheveled looking, which again, I thought this one was broken too. This was not one that I ordered. And I was like, what happened here? Because you guys know I did a highly controversial review on this palette. Highly, okay? When this palette came out a couple of years ago, I posted about it. Do I have a lot of these similar shades already? And does it justify that price point? In Canadian dollars, this is over $200. So I have to make sure that it's worth the money. The mattes, the shimmers, they're great, But I'm of the mind that there's other formulas out there that are mattes and shimmers that they're not the same as pattes, but like they're still good. And when I did that video, I said, you know, I'm not positive that this palette is worth it when we're just kind of buying these specialty shades that are truly unique. And the other ones, like these two matte browns here, have like, they're different, but you know, they have like similar kind of tones to them. I thought to myself, that's going to be up to you if you think it's worth it, like if you're a fan of Pat McGrath or whatever. So when I made that video, I said, you know, those other 6 shades in this palette, which is the majority because there's only 4 that are specialty and then we have the 6, I was like, I don't know if this is worth the $200 price point. I had gotten the most hate I have ever had in my life. So the fact that this palette is back, I don't understand. When I talked about this on Instagram, a couple of you guys were like, oh, well, I bought this during the sale. Does that mean it's a bad palette? I don't think it's a bad palette. I think that the sale price made it much more worth buying though. If you can get this 50% off, I think that that's a game changer because we're not talking about a $200 palette anymore. We're talking about $100, right? So it's a game changer for sure, significantly. And at that price point, if you can get it on sale at all, it's always a little bit better, especially when you think that some of these shades are going to be in your collection already. If you love it already, I'm happy for you. This palette came by mistake because I messaged them and I said I did not order this. What would you like me to do? Would you like me to send it back to you? Would you like me to what? And they said, just keep it. It's our mistake. This has happened the 2nd time this holiday season for me. I think I need to go buy a lottery ticket because I'm apparently very lucky. What did you guys get during the Black Friday deals? I would love to know. Did you see another sale that I didn't see? I'm going to mark it down in my calendar so I can let you guys know about any other sales that I missed, but I thought these were some of the best sales this year had to offer. Until my next one, guys, thank you so much for watching and stay safe. Bye, guys.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way.